Hey everyone, so today's lesson is rewriting quadratic equations in standard form. So in order to know how to do that, we have to refresh our memory on what standard form is. So basically you can see everything is on the left side of the equal sign, set equal to 0. That is the goal for today. We need to get this equal to 0. Now, standard form is typically you have your larger exponent in the front, followed by the second largest. We know that there's a little invisible 1 right there, followed by your number. So that is the form that we are trying to get all the equations in today's lesson into. Everything is on the left side, set equal to 0. So let's take a look at some examples. It says write the quadratic equation in standard form. So we have 4x minus 20 equals negative 6x. So the main thing here is we have this negative 6x on the right side, but we want that to be 0. So we're going to use our knowledge of solving equations, and we are going to use inverse operations. So in order to move this negative 6x over here, I'm going to add it to both sides. Now, 6x isn't like terms with this 4x squared because this has a squared and this doesn't. And it's not like terms with the negative 20 because the 20 doesn't have an x and this does. So I'm going to just write it over here. I don't want to line it up with anything that it's not like terms with. From there, these are going to cancel out. I'm going to bring down this 6x. I'm going to bring down this positive 4x squared. This minus 20. And those canceled out, they're opposites, so that's equal to 0. Now, it's not technically in standard form because we need to have our larger exponents first. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch these two. So it's going to be 4x squared. That's a positive 6x, so I'm going to put plus 6 minus 20 equals 0. And that's it. That's our answer in standard form, set equal to 0. Now let's take a look at one more example. It's a little different, but it's still very similar. We have a quadratic formula here, a quadratic equation, and we want it in standard form. So our issue here is this 5x squared over here. So we're going to use inverse operations, and we are going to subtract that 5x on both sides because it's positive. So I'm going to put minus 5x squared. And now I'm going to put it under the 7x squared. Those are like terms, so we're able to subtract it from this 7x squared. Now these are going to cancel out. 7x squared minus 5x squared gives us 2x squared. And I'm going to bring everything that we didn't touch down. Equals, those canceled out, so that's a 0 right there. The exponents go from largest to smallest. It's set equal to 0, and that's it. That's your answer. Hope this helps.